Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Man Drew, and I'm here to do my manga reaction to One Piece Manga Chapter 1073, titled Miss Buckingham's Stussy. And just by that title alone, I think we're going to get a general gist of what this chapter is going to be focusing on, which is most likely going to be Stussy, and why Stussy is, whatever the heck she actually is. So let's dive right into the reaction of this chapter and see what's going on as we get the cover page for this chapter, chapter 1073, as we have, woo! Oh, this is a very weird cover page where we just get freaking Vegapunk with the German Double Six's Cold-Blooded Voyage awarded the Bell Peace Prize for developing the GP flower, a flower that blooms in gunpowder. That's actually hilarious. This is very funny because the implication of this is that whenever someone tries to fire at an enemy, it literally just shoots flowers. So, okay, so this shows that, yeah, Vegapunk was always for peace, and even to the chagrin of literally everyone else. But, you know, it's literally evil people versus Vegapunk who's good. So that makes sense. So let's dive more into the chapter. And I will say that I was kind of spoiled. I saw a single panel on Reddit because people apparently do not like to put spoilers and blur it out on Reddit anymore. So, yeah, I know what happens with Rob Lucci as you have Kaku on the ground unconscious, as you have Rob Lucci's like, this is a bitter pill to swallow, as he immediately tries to attack her, and it's like a thing, and it's like Paper Arts, heartbreaking after image. Ooh! Oh! I think this may be a new power of the Rokushiki, as we just have Stussy's like, so when you don't understand, your first instinct is to go for the kill? As we see Rob Lucci, yeah, he uses like a finger pistol to attempt to kill Stussy, as you just have her saying, my, you're so wild. Oh, Sea Stone. Oh, she has Sea Stone lipstick, and as soon as she touches like Rob Lucci's neck, she bites into him. Okay, all right. I'm glad this is what I was spoiled on. I saw this coming from the spoilers, so I'm glad this is probably one of the first things that is actually appearing in this chapter, which means I have no idea what's going to be going on at this next chapter, as you just have freaking Rob Lucci's like, you bitch. I don't think that's actually what he's going to say because these are not the official translations, but you just have Stussy's like, I know how strong you boys are. Fighting you fair and scared would have been stupid. Forgive me, as you just have Koru's like, cuckoo! Oh no, please don't hurt the pigeon. And as this is happening, you just have Brook and Zoro looking at the situation, and you just have Brook's like, what? Just a moment? What is this? Why are the CP0 agents at each other's throats? Literally, yo! As you just have Zoro's like, friendly fire, huh? Ooh. Oh, maybe it was Stussy. Oh, this is Stussy. I put them both to sleep. That's fantastic news! Stussy came through! York, pull it together! Yawn. Oh, so I guess it was Stussy that actually was responsible for, or was the person that they were talking about. Very interesting. Or maybe it is someone else, I just don't know for certain, but you just have everyone reacting to the situation. You have Usopp's like, huh? What's going on? As Nami's like, Rob Lucci was beaten? As you have, oh my gosh, the Logic Vegapunk. Shaka's like, no doubt he was taken by surprise. Her loyalty to me was kept secret even after she spent 20 years as one of their agents. Oh, you had a mole in the intelligence branch? Everyone is like, just shocked by this. Even like Robin's like, it is, and I think that may have been Robin. It could, yeah, I think that was Robin. Or just really anyone could have said this. Probably it was Usopp. As you just have Shaka's like, it wasn't our intention, but that's how it turned out. What was your intentions? Why was it? Oh gosh, this is getting so wild. It's like, Doctor, unfortunately my authority level is the same as Lucci's, so I can't override his orders and stop the Seraphim. Oh wow. Oh, so that means that they base it off the first Okay, this is interesting to know. It's like, you've done plenty, Stussy. We're on our way. Coming from number 3. I have yet to, like, incorporate their names, as you just have both Zoro as well as Brook. Zoro's like, we need to stop those runts before they flatten the others. Right! And is it just me, or are those kids looking familiar? And as this happening, it's like, I know. Especially that one. Ooh, I wonder which one he's talking about. Because it's like, you got Kuma, you got Jinbei, you got Boa Hancock. He's most likely talking about Mihawk. Wait, is Mihawk even? Yeah, Mihawk is definitely here. What am I thinking of? As you just have everything going down, the entire fortress gets destroyed. As you just have, I believe it is Lilith. It's like, phooey! They won't stop blowing holes in the lab. But I suppose we can use those extra exits to get out faster. I mean, fair enough. And I'm out. Yep, it was Lilith. And as soon as, like, Lilith came out, Seraphim, listen. And as soon as she's about to say something, you just have the freaking Mihawk Seraphim locking on, beep, beep, about to, like, cut into her. And, oh, you just have Zoro blocking it. 3-sword style clash. As you just have him like, huh? On closer inspection, you're not the same. You actually have a spark of humanity still. Wow! What the hell are you? Oh my gosh, that's wild. That was a shock. Leave it to me. Oh my gosh. And yeah, this just makes so much sense for Lilith. Lilith jumps into just the situation without thinking and literally almost gets herself killed. But, oh, we just get to see this version of Mihawk literally send Zoro back, which... Ooh, this is gonna be fun. And you just... Oh, wow. And it's like Seraphim coming from the little robot. Quit it! Stop fighting immediately! Edison! No, he can't be. Oh, shoot. Sanji immediately got him and it's like, you looking for this? That was close. Edison! Oh my gosh, Lilith. Oh, okay. Lilith is evil, but she actually cares about Edison. That's great to hear. Also, the fact that he was able to, like, arrive immediately. Yeah, it makes sense. Sanji is fast. He can move invisibly. And this is going to give him a lot more perks when it comes to his, you know, crushing on Lilith, most likely. As it's like, the Seraphim finally listen. Can someone tell me what these things are? Shaka. I've bound Lucci and Kaku with sea stone. Ooh, much obliged, Stussy. We're leaving the island. You should come with us. Understood. Hey, you can't keep adding people. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. As you just have Luffy's like, hey Bonnie, where'd you go? Old man Punk, we can't leave without you. Ooh, what? A truly unexpected development. Old man? Dr. Vegapunk's main stellar body has vanished. What? Sphinx, New World, Whitebeard's home town. Marco! Oh my gosh, this is not going to end well. It was so scary. Not for me. I wasn't scared. Oh no. There were Marines all over the place. I'm real sorry, kids. Yoi. I didn't mean to leave yet in such a bad spot. Ooh, something interesting is happening. It's not your fault, Marco. Those marine meanies were the worst. They said they were here for Whitebeard's treasure. They were just like pirates. If you play nice, you won't get hurt, okay? Remember, this place isn't government affiliated. You have no legal rights here. Oh, wow. As we get this new marine that looks like an animal, I have no idea who he is. As everyone's like, yeah, Whitebeard must have kept all his treasure here. If you don't tell us, we'll consider it an act of defiance. Oh, wow. As you just have this little kid's like, I could shoot you all one by one. If you think that'll make you more talkative. Wow. Oh my gosh, he's so evil. There's no treasure here. Stop pointing that gun at my little brother. Oh my gosh. You really won't treat us as fellow humans just because we can't pay the government, you monsters. Coming from an old lady as this dude's like, are you sure it's wise to act tough when Marco's not around? Ooh. Also, there's something else that I saw because I saw a thumbnail for a video, so I think I know what's about to happen next. As it's like, hold her still. Oh, you're gonna kill a grandma? Yeah, stop it. Please stop this. Granny! Steady. Please stop this. She's just an old lady. Granny. Plop. Plod. Plod. Hmm? Hands off! Bleh! Oh wow, yep, as I thought, Weevil is on the island. And it's like, stay away from Papa's home! And just sends the Marines into a freaking wall. It's like, Captain Rattail! Okay, that makes a lot more sense. He does look like a rat or a mouse, and once again, I apologize for all the noise going on. It's just where I live. But you just have some of the Marines saying, it's Edward! Weevil! As all of the Marines start to run away because they realize, oh no, warships were meant to hunt down the warlords. Now they are disbanded. We've lost all contact with the other squad. He got them all. What strength? He's a bona fide monster. As we're flashing back within a flashback to most likely Weevil destroying it. It's like, get back to the ship. We need to wait for backup. Oh, wait, no. This is Sphinx. An ex-warlord just showed up. It's Weevil, requesting immediate assistance. Okay, I see what's going on now. Oh, are we going to see Baking? If that big guy hadn't shown up, the village would be toast. What a hero. I'm glad you're all safe, Yoi. That wasn't the end of it, Marco. Who do you think they sent in after that call for backup? Oh, it's Bucking. Oh, yep, we get the confirmation in this chapter. None other than Admiral Ryokugu, and he wasn't pulling any punches. They've taken my sweet Weevil away. Get me my beloved son back, and while you're at it, fork over Newgate's inheritance too. Wow, it took a literal admiral to take down Weevil. As you have former member of the Rocks Pirates, self-proclaimed scientist, Mad's resident freeloader, Miss Buckingham Stussy. Okay, so this just straight up confirms that Miss Bucking was a part of not only the Rocks Pirates, but also Mads. Oh my gosh, people are going to be so confused and so a little bit miffled by this. But okay, I will admit, this was something that a lot of people expected, and I was under the bandwagon of like, yeah, most likely it is Stussy. But like, people are like, oh no, it's not. Oh, it's someone else. No, it's definitely Stussy. It gets confirmed in this chapter. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's great. As we see her saying, Weevil! Mama! Sent to prison for protecting his father's villas. Isn't this tragic? Don't you think our boy has a noble soul? Well, I appreciate your guys protecting the place at least, Yoi. Marco, I can't hear it in your tone. You still doubt he's Whitebeard's. Well, I know someone who can prove it. Dr. Vegapunk. What? Kizaru-san, we prepared snacks and tea for our guest. I'm sure you remembered to test for poison, right? Of course, sir. I'll take it to him. Back to your post. Yes, sir. Marine. World government. What? So, have you ever met Dr. Vegapunk before? Once. A long time ago. I think what happening now is truly such a shame. Yo, this is, oh, what? Okay. All right. Review time, I guess. I'm sorry. I was shocked by that last part. We have a freaking Kizaru speaking with literally one of the 5 elders, the man with the big beard and the dreads, as apparently he has connections with Vegapunk, but also we get revealed that he is the highest authority in the world, one of the 5 elders, one of the Gorosei, Saint J. Gracia Saturn. So, there's a lot to go over in this chapter. There was actually a fair amount of reveals in this chapter. First of all, just the reveal that Stussy is legitimately on the side of, the Straw Hats. So that's cool. The fact that this is going to be a little bit different of an arc than we probably would have expected, from the fact that, like, not only did Stussy take out literally both Kaku as well as Rob Lucci, but also the fact that they were able to instantly and almost just within a few moments regain control of the Seraphim, as well as we get to see some cool action from Zoro going up against, Kid Mihawk, which some information about Kid Mihawk is that Kid Mihawk has more emotions than, normal Mihawk, so that's fun to hear. But also just getting to see Sanji save the day, like Lilith's reactions, everything about that first part of the chapter was really fun and enjoyable. But what's really interesting is what we got immediately after that, with the reveal that apparently Vegapunk is no longer on the island. Oh, also Stussy is going to be going with the Straw Hats. That's going to be fun. Stussy is loyal with Vegapunk, and there's just a lot going on with Vegapunk in this chapter. Vegapunk apparently has disappeared, so most likely he has disappeared somewhere with Stussy. As is talked about, Dr. Vegapunk's main Stella body has vanished. We have no idea where he is, no idea where he could have possibly gone to, so that's very interesting. But also is very interesting is the flashback that we get in this chapter showing what happened on, freaking Whitebeard's Island, where we get to see how horrible the world government, the Marines are when it comes to people that are not affiliated with the world government, with the Marines. So we get a little bit more of how evil they are. But we also get to see the fact that Weevil was able to defend the homeland of what is assumedly his father, as well as we get the introduction of Buckingham being revealed once again to be of the Rock's pirates, but also a Mads resident. Or more specifically, a freeloader, which means that she may have been involved with the science experiments, but actually we know for a fact she was involved in the science experiments because she literally has a clone. But this also confirms that she was also a part of like Mad. So when we cut back to like 30 years in the past, that was actually Stussy Buckingham, the original Buckingham Stussy. So that's cool that we get this confirmation, as well as we get to see that there may be some implications that Whitebeard may have had an actual son, or ideas that people have had that maybe Weevil is a failed experiment of Buckingham. So it just makes sense because they were able to clone Buckingham, Miss Bucking. So that's something that we know. So it wouldn't make that much difference if they also tried to do it with Whitebeard because of her association with Whitebeard when it comes to Bucking, as well as just her really, I may actually believe that she may have a son with Whitebeard, but it may not be like a biological son, if that makes sense. I don't think that Whitebeard had an actual son, like physically. I do not think that is the case. I think what is happening, and this is theory time, that what happened is that Whitebeard did have a child. Weevil is related to Whitebeard as well as Bucking, but it's not through like the conventional like bow chicka wow wow, but more specifically, what if they just sliced the genes of Bucking, Miss Bucking, and Whitebeard and put them together? Because not wanting to get more into like the science of meiosis, mitosis, gametes, and all that stuff, but generally speaking, what your child is, it's a combination of the genes between your father and your mother, and their combination of genes between their parents, and so on and so forth. And that when it comes to potentially what's going on with Weevil, that instead of doing it through like reproduction of like egg and sperm and like putting it together, I mean, that could also have been the case. Maybe she got some of Whitebeard's white stuff and used her own stuff and put it together, or maybe they just took the DNA from like a Whitebeard sample and mixed it with the DNA of her to more or less create an artificial child. So maybe Weevil isn't a clone of Whitebeard, but maybe he is a combination of Whitebeard and Bucking's DNA. So that's something else that we need to consider when it comes to what's going on with Vegapunk. And the reason why I bring this up is, like we see at the end of the chapter, Vegapunk is heavily involved when it comes to what's going on with the world government, with the Marines, with the pirates, with Mads and all this stuff. And the fact that he has a connection with one of the Gorosei, which we get his name revealed once again, cool to see that. It just really just shows how this arc is going to be a little bit more different than probably what we as readers would have actually expected, or how we've seen in the past. More often than not, we do have Oda really following sort of like a trend, reiterating and redoing things that we saw in the pre time skip era, and bringing it into this era, but then changing things up a little bit. From like how you have Whole Cake Island, which I think is like more akin to like what we saw earlier with like not necessarily Water 7, but you could make that comparison. But more specifically, where you have like freaking Dressrosa, which is very much like Alabasta, and how Wano could be equated to maybe Enies Lobby. Yeah, actually, yeah, Enies Lobby is probably a more direct parallel there. So what would be a similar direct parallel here with the involvement of like Vegapunk with Kuma and all that? Maybe we're gonna get like a less conventional chapter or less conventional like fight as we saw at Sabaody Archipelago, which there weren't really like a massive fight between the Straw Hats and like a main big bad antagonist, as we're seeing this is the case, as well as the fact that we see that they are making an ally with someone from the past that had connections to like a very prominent figure, Rayleigh in the case of like Sabaody Archipelago, and Vegapunk as well as Stussy in this arc. So most likely, and also just the connections with Kuma. So I think this is going to not be an arc that we can really predict what is going to go on, but we may have some clues of what's going on. Maybe as well as the fact that we get to see that an admiral is coming to fight them, and confirmation also that it took an admiral to take down Weevil. Just so much stuff happened in this chapter, and I think this was a really, really good chapter, if not a great chapter, with the reveals, the information that we get, some cool action, and just really making us surprised for what's going to be going on in this arc and where we're going to be moving within the next part of the final arc, the final saga, the final alley of One Piece. So yeah, this is all I really have to say on the topic for now. Hopefully you enjoyed my review / reaction for this chapter. What did you think? Did you like this chapter? Did you dislike the chapter? What was your favorite part of the chapter? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I upload more content like this. Do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!